Greetings, fellow candle fans. My name is Andrea, and I would like to welcome you to Candle Chatter. Taking center stage today is Oat Orchard from Caramel Sundays. For those of you who don't know, Caramel Sundays is a small family-owned business headquartered in Georgia. The owners' names are John and Sierra, and they specialize in 100% white soy wax candles. Each candle has a cotton wick, contains no toxins, and they use REACH-compliant oils. Sierra is the genius behind the beautiful labels. She's the one who designs all of them. And as an artist, I really appreciate how beautiful they are. They look great when I display them in my home, and people always comment on them. The Caramel Sundays business model is a little bit different from most. They don't have candles stocked on their website all the time. They have sort of a Hunger Games type model. They do a restock or a launch or a release, whatever you want to call it, once a month, generally on a Sunday, and around 7 o'clock, I believe it's Eastern Standard Time. You need to have your list ready before you go in. You got to get in there, you got to order what you want, and you have to get out again because these candles fly out of there in a fast and furious manner. Now, all that being said, this last launch, John and Sierra worked their keisters off because after that first day, there were still candles left on the website, and there are still a few candles left to be had even today, about almost over a week later. So they poured a lot of candles, and that was actually their goal. They would like to get to the point where even after the initial restock launch, there's still candles on the website, and I'd say they're accomplishing that goal. So kudos to them, much appreciated. Let's talk a little bit now about the scent notes in Oat Orchard. The scent notes are apple peel, mac, I would imagine it's Macintosh apple, sweet cream, oats, spice. The oats are slow cooked, cinnamon crumble, vanilla, oat milk, tonka, and cozy musk. Now with that kind of a scent list, you would think that Oat Orchard is apple forward, and you would be right about that. On cold sniff, what I get is that combination of apple peel and Macintosh apple, and that is softened by the sweet cream. You do get an oat component, but it acts more, the oat combined with the oat milk acts more to make the scent a little bit creamy and a little bit sweet. There is a spice component, there is a cinnamon component, but it's not a smack you in the face cinnamon or spice component. I think the other spice might be clove, but it's a mild clove. It's there, it's not strong craft store. All it really serves to do is to accent the apple and the creaminess of the apple scent in this candle. The tonka is there along with the vanilla, and I think the tonka adds a little bit of a nuttiness to the scent. If the musk is there, I can't smell it. They say cozy musk in the scent notes, and it doesn't really add any perfumey quality to this scent. It's very much, it smells to me like like it used to smell when my mom used to love to bake whole apples. She'd core them, and then she'd put a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of clove. She'd make an oatmeal crumble and she'd stuff that in the middle, and then she'd bake it in the oven. And it reminds me of that. It's warm and inviting, yet there's still a freshness to it because the apples don't get all mushy and smushy like they do, for example, in an apple pie. When this burns, it's very similar as it's burning as it is on cold sniff. The apple still stays dominant. You do get a little more of the spice that comes forward, and on occasion you'll get a whiff of the oatmeal the oatmeal element. It's not there constantly. It kind of goes in and out of the fragrance, which I find really, really appealing. As I said, the cinnamon is there, but it's not punching you in the face. It's just there to lend a little bit of a spicy quality to this fragrance, to keep it from being cloying or to keep it from being too sweet. When this burns, I think some people might have been disappointed if they were comparing it to Lunchbox, because Lunchbox has a very strong oatmeal element to it, and this doesn't. They're two different. They're different, but they're the same. They actually combine well together, because just for grins and giggles, I was burning them at the same time today. And they do combine well together, because you get, with Oat Orchard, you have that apple component, and then you bring in Lunchbox, and it's a little bit milder. It's a little more oaty. It has peach in it. It has strawberry. So where Oat Orchard and Lunchbox meet in the middle, if you're burning them in different rooms, you get a beautiful combination of the two of them. So that might be something that you might want to try. Let's talk about the wicks. The wicks on this have been great. They do, as you can see, they do curl a little bit, but that's not a problem. Sierra discussed this on the Caramel Sundays Facebook page. All you have to do after you extinguish the wicks is just prop them up a little bit with a wick dipper, and they're good to go on the next burn. Or if you want, when you're going to relight them again, you can let them burn for a few minutes and let the wicks get soft, and then take your wick dipper and stand the wicks up a little bit. They've not been a problem. They've not curled down into the wax. It's been a beautiful, clean burn. This I just lit, gosh, maybe 15 minutes ago. I relit it after burning it this afternoon, and as you can see, it's pooling out beautifully. It's a gorgeous burn with a beautiful wax pool. And I haven't had any sooting. You can see on the rim of the glass, there's just a little bit, of wax clinging to the glass, but that's not unusual with soy wax, doesn't cause a problem. And once this has been burning for a while, that'll all melt off and everything will be nice and clear. Strength and throw on this one, it runs about a 6 to a 7 in my open concept with a hurricane on. It's very detectable, but it's not a beast fragrance. So this one isn't going to come and smack you in the face and have its way with you. It's going to be gently there, and you're going to be able to enjoy it, but it's not going to be overwhelming for those of you who don't care for a banger fragrance. Now, if I put this in my closed concept primary bedroom, it does get a little stronger. It's consistently around a 7, especially with the hurricane on. And it does throw well. When I burn this in my living room on my fireplace mantle, it throws all the way to the front of the house where the entryway is. So it does fill up my open concept nicely, which for me is great. I prefer a candle that runs in the 6 to 7 range. When you get up into the 8 or even the 9 strength and throw rate range on a candle, I can't burn them for more than 2 hours. A lot of times I'll get a headache. Or I've got my husband, also known as I can't smell a candle, but I'm sensitive to it anyway. He can sense it, and he'll complain if they're banger fragrances. So this falls right in my sweet spot, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Another suggestion I would have for you, I think this is a great fragrance to burn in August. You don't have those heavy, heavy spices that you get for things that you might be burning in September or October. And if you're sick of the summer scents, but you're not quite ready to move into fall, I think this is a perfect scent to burn in August, maybe even in September. If you're still not ready for the really heavy spice, pumpkin, that sort of scent, this would be great for that. Personally, I would burn this year round. I'm more of a mood burner than I am a seasonal burner. So if I'm in the mood for something apple, I would burn this, even if it was in the dead of winter, if it was in the spring, I would burn this all year round. So for me, this is an all year round fragrance, but for you, if you're a seasonal burner, you might want to look at it for August and maybe even early September. All in all, I really enjoy this fragrance. I would definitely give it a 2 thumbs up. And if it comes back on the website, this is a repurchase for me. I can recommend Oat Orchard very highly. It's a great one and I'm enjoying it. That's it for today, my friends. Until next time, you take care of yourselves, okay? Bye.